So there's a pretty good chance that when you're working with a new publication, you will need to insert, move, rename, reorder, or delete some of your pages. In this video, we'll explore how to accomplish these tasks within Microsoft Publisher 2013. In this video series, we will be creating a multi-page marketing flyer or brochure for the Gatesburg Country Club. This publication will have a front page, will open to a two-page spread, and then contain a back page. Currently, as you can see, we only have one page in the publication, so we're going to need to add more. If we wanted to insert additional pages, we would click on the Insert tab within the ribbon. In the Pages group, notice that there is a page icon displayed with an arrow below it. If you were to click the top portion of this page icon, a new blank page will be inserted after the current page. Clicking on the arrow below this icon will give you a few options. First, you can simply insert a new blank page like we just did a moment ago. The second option is for you to insert a new page that is an exact duplicate as the page that's currently selected within the publication. In this case, since there isn't anything displayed on our current page, a duplicate page will also be blank. Clicking on the last option, Insert Page ... will display the Insert Page dialog box. Within this dialog box, we can choose to insert multiple new pages at the same time by specifying the amount in the Number of New Pages box. In this case, we'll go ahead and add 3. Then we can choose whether or not these new pages will be inserted before the currently selected page or after. In this case, it really doesn't matter since all of our pages are blank, so we're just going to leave the default radio button selected that says After Current Page. Under the Options heading, you can choose to have the new pages be blank, you can choose to insert them with a text box on each page, or you can insert the new pages with all objects on a specified page duplicated and displayed on the new pages. So in this example, we're just going to stick with inserting new blank pages, and we're going to click OK when we're finished. Now that we have several pages within our publication, we may decide at some point that we'd like to change the order in which they appear. You can reorder your pages by left-clicking the page within the page pane, holding your mouse button, and then dragging the page to its new position. You'll be able to notice where the page will be repositioned by noticing that thin bluish colored bar or line that's displayed underneath the pages. Once that thin bar is positioned between the pages where you'd like to move the selected page, you'd simply let go of the left mouse button. You can also choose to move or reorder the page by right-clicking on the page that you'd like to move, selecting Move from the drop-down menu, and then within the Move Page dialog box, you would decide whether or not you're moving the selected page before or after the page that you choose in the list provided below. And then, when you're finished, you would click OK. It's important to keep in mind, in order to save you some time, that you can select multiple pages to move at the same time, using either the drag and drop method or by opening the Move Pages dialog box, both of which we just practiced. First, you'd simply select all the pages that you want to move before performing the drag and drop or opening that dialog box. In order to select multiple pages, you would first select the first page, then you'd hold the Control key on your keyboard and then left-click on the next page. Then you'd want to continue that process until you've selected all the pages that you want to move. Each page within your publication is also given a name. So in this case, we might want to name our pages things like GCC Cover, GCC Inside Left, Inside Right, and also Back. If we want to rename a page, we could right-click on that page and then select Rename from the drop-down menu. In the page title box, we'd simply type, in this case, GCC Cover, and then click the OK button. We would want to continue to repeat this process until we've renamed all of our pages. Finally, you may find yourself needing to delete a page or multiple pages within your publication. To delete a single page, then you only need to select a single page. Using the technique for selecting multiple pages that we discussed a few moments ago, you could choose to select multiple pages before then right-clicking on the selected page and choosing Delete, which is what I'll do with page number 5 since we don't need it in our example. I'm going to select that page, right-click, and then choose Delete from the drop-down menu. Before we conclude this tutorial, it is important to know that in any Microsoft Office product there are usually several ways to accomplish the same task. Which method you use is really a matter of your personal preference and whatever works best for you. So with that being said, if you'd like to delete, move, or rename a page, by selecting the corresponding button on the ribbon, you can do so by selecting the Page Design tab, and then selecting either Delete, Move, or Rename from the Pages group. Now that we have all 4 pages that we need in order to create our publication, let's go ahead and move on to learn more techniques for viewing and navigating through our newly created multi-page publication.